Pope Francis recently disclosed that he was the target of an attempted suicide bombing during his historic visit to Iraq 3 years ago, marking the first time a Catholic pontiff had visited the country and arguably one of the most perilous foreign trips of his 11-year papacy. In a revealing excerpt from an upcoming autobiography, which was shared on Tuesday, Francis recounted how he learned from police upon his arrival in Baghdad in March 2021 that at least two known suicide bombers were planning to attack one of his scheduled events. A woman laden with explosives, a young kamikaze, was on her way to Mosul to detonate herself during the papal visit, the pontiff wrote, as noted in an excerpt published by the Italian daily Corriere della Sera. He also mentioned that a van had been dispatched at high speed with a similar deadly intent. The visit to Mosul was particularly significant during his trip to Iraq. The city, which is the second largest in the country, had endured a harrowing period under ISIS control from 2014 to 2017. During his time there, Pope Francis visited the ruins of 4 churches that had been devastated by conflict and made a heartfelt appeal for peace and reconciliation. Details regarding the security measures in place for the Pope's visit were kept largely under wraps by the Vatican. Many of the events during this pivotal trip, which coincided with the initial easing of the COVID-19 pandemic, were restricted to a limited audience to ensure safety. To bolster security, Iraq reportedly mobilized thousands of additional personnel to safeguard the pontiff. Following the revelations, the Vatican has not yet commented on Pope Francis's new disclosures. The autobiography titled Hope is slated for release on January 14th. This announcement comes on the heels of another memoir published by the Pope in March of this year. In the excerpt, Francis further disclosed that British intelligence had alerted the Vatican about the assassination attempt targeting him. The next day, he inquired with a security official about the fate of the would-be bombers. The commander's response was chillingly succinct. "They are no more," Francis recounted. The Iraqi police had intercepted them and blown them up. This revelation underscores the gravity of the threats faced during such a pivotal and symbolic visit.